Well, hello. Welcome back to Monday Morning Mindset Masterclass. I'm Coach Cory Vance. I'm excited to see you here. I have my regular background on, as I think I did last night when I announced or reminded you all of this live event. I'm back in Calgary right now, and taking a break from the West Coast to come back to Calgary to host one of my cohort get-togethers, which I'm excited to do every month. We do that on the second Monday of every month at a secret location. That is a invitation-only event. And this wasn't what I planned to talk about today, but since it's on the topic, I'll just say if you are a top of your game solo professional, and you don't have to be solo, I guess, but if you've got a unique offering that you offer to help entrepreneurs and business owners and businesses and their families to reach their goals faster, with less risk, and if you want to do that fractionally, or you're happy to do that fractionally, you want to be a part of a community of professionals um, that works together collaboratively to help businesses grow in ways that a solo professional cannot help them do. I encourage you to reach out to me, and I don't know if I have a anything here. I don't know how to find it, but banner. Here we go. Let me just put up. Yeah, well, yeah, let's just put that up. You can go to this here, and you can book in with me 30 minutes. I don't think there's a 60-minute free calendar appointment in there. But you can just book in there, and or you can email me at Cory, that's Cory with no E, Cory at coryvance.com, and just say you're interested in being a part of the cohort. It's not something that we add a lot of people to very often. It's a select group. It's, as I said, invitation only. So I personally vet every person that joins the cohort. And make sure you're a good fit and that we're not overlapping and things like that. We're always looking for good people, and growth of the cohort is not a goal per se, but we're always looking for good people who fill needs that we haven't yet filled. So there are currently over 40 members of the cohort across Canada, including as far west as Vancouver Island and as far east as Greater Toronto area. So we look forward to seeing folks from other parts of Canada and other folks from these parts of Canada that don't yet overlap with our existing partner collaborators. We're looking excited to consider you for membership in the cohort. So you can reach out to me and see what all that is about. Anyway, today's Monday Morning Mindset Masterclass, number 5. And I'm going to just pull up my notes here so that I can adequately follow along with my own thoughts. You may notice a bit of rasp in my throat. I've been sick for most of the last, I guess the last few days really. And I think I'm just on the tail end of my cold, and I feel 100%, but I sound a little bit raspy yet. So that'll go away probably by tomorrow. And so I apologize for sounding a bit off today. But my energy is high, my excitement is high, and I'm glad to be here with you today. So just to start off, again, I want to just recap, and I want to recap. I'm going to try at least put an offer at the end of this. So please, do or don't. It's up to you if you're interested, but if you're interested, please wait till the end and watch till the end for that offer, special offer, and they'll be putting there. So hang tight for that. But to start with, I want to just review 3 of my key principles for having a strong and healthy mindset before we get into today's main topic. So number 1 key principle of a healthy and strong mindset is your mindset matters. And your mindset matters. Today, I'm going to say your mindset matters because courage matters. It takes courage to go after your dreams. It takes courage to make things happen. It takes courage sometimes literally just to get out of bed. It takes courage to get up and eat and do those things. So that's a real thing for a lot of people. And speaking of which, I'm just going to side note here. I just remembered, this isn't in my notes, but I just recalled that June is, if I'm not saying, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I just want to highlight that for any men out there, if you're struggling in any way with your mental health, with anxiety, with depression, with overthinking, with anything that causes you to really struggle with what seems like easy or normal or typical interactions for other people. If you struggle with those things for these reasons, um, you know, uh, reach out to me. Of course, if you have some urgent need, reach out to 911 or to your local crisis center. But reach out to me if you need someone to talk to or need some help with that, and I'll do my best to listen and encourage you and help point you in a direction for the best help you can get. This is something that in my family, myself personally, I have in the past experienced significant periods of anxiety and some periods of depression. And through a series of tools and resources, habits, and shifts in my mindset, I've been able to, for the most part, overcome. I won't say 100% because I don't know what's coming yet in life, but for the most part, I think I've found a level ground where I have a healthy mindset around the things that would otherwise have led me to perseverate on those things. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that too much today, but I just want to say if you're out there and you're struggling anyway, men especially for this month, reach out to me, reach out to a friend, reach out to someone, get some help, okay? Get some encouragement. So to recap, your mindset matters because courage matters, and it takes courage to do things, to do big things, and sometimes even little things in life. Number 2, key principles for a healthy and strong mindset. Invest in yourself, okay? Invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. You matter, and you're worth taking care of. So invest in yourself. And the 3rd key principle for a strong and healthy mindset, as far as I'm concerned, is to take one action today. Because without action, your intentions are just dreams. And dreams go up in smoke if you never take action on it. So take one action today. It can be a small one, but take one action today towards your dreams, your goals, your vision for your life. All right, or creating a vision for your life if you don't have a vision for your life right now. All right, so today's main topic is around encouragement. And I'm just going to have a quick look here. Okay, pardon me. I don't see where. Okay, not giving me a timer. Not giving me a timer. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. So today's topic, encouragement. So encouragement is one of my 5 key, I would say principles, but it's one of my 5 core beliefs or core values that I hold dear in my life. So it's something I want to talk about today, and this will be addressed at greater length in my upcoming book. But encouragement, or to encourage, or encourage, be encouraging. This is the value of strong encouragement in your life cannot be understated. And I'm not talking about surrounding yourself with yes people, yes men, or yes women, or whatever, or just with people that say yes to everything you do and praise everything you do. That's not healthy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the value of someone who believes in you as a person. They believe there's value in you, and there's value in who you are and what you represent. There's value enough in you that they want to help you in some way move your life and move your dreams, move your goals, move your vision for your life forward, or help you develop a vision for your life if you don't have one. So the value of that again cannot be understated in your life. And so here's 5 thoughts that I have about that. Plus whatever pops up in my head as we go along. Okay. So number one, these are not things that I just sit around and go, oh, what can I say about encouragement, right? Because encouragement is a core value, core belief in my life. It's something that I've experienced. It's something that I've given. It's something I've shared. It's something I've been open about. And so this comes from most of this, not all, what I'm going to share here comes from a direct life experience and uh, in my own personal life. So, number one thought I have about this is find someone who believes in you. And I've had many people like this in my life, and they, whether that person believes your idea is great or not, or your particular current iteration of your vision or your whatever is amazing is not the point. The point is that they believe that you are a person of value, and that you are worth investing in, and they want to help see you succeed at what you're trying to do. They want you to be happy. They want you to be healthy, etc. Right? So I've had people like that who, when I didn't know who I was as a person, as a human being, I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what my value was. I didn't know I had anything of value to offer the world. And people, came alongside me, put their arm around me, said kind words, um, you know, encouraged me, reinforced positive actions that I took, um, stood back, at the very least stood back, if not said anything negative, stood back and when I did something stupid, and they were there for me when I needed help and needed encouragement. So encourage you to find someone who believes in you and finds value in you, and spend at least some time regularly around that person, whether that's even if that's like, maybe it's a podcast, something that inspires you, right? That you go, okay, well, I like what this person seems to resonate with my beliefs and my vision for my life. So listen to that person. And I've done lots of that. Books can give you that. Different public speakers can give you that. Um, and one of my favorite people, actually, this isn't in my notes, but here we go. One of my favorite people, he's actually known to have been the coach or one of the top coaches for Tony Robbins, and that's Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is my favorite. I quote him almost as much or more, give or take, as Steve Jobs, right? But Jim Rohn has an amazing clarity and amazing wisdom about life and about being the best version of yourself you can be. And so I love everything I've ever heard from him. Is fantastic. So he's a great one. But I've had other people in my life directly, like physical people that I know and people in my communities, that have encouraged me and said, "Good job, keep doing that. You're awesome," and that has gotten me through tough times. So, um, you know, um, so your dreams and your dreams, you know, your dreams are. I believe your dreams were put in you for a reason. And not everything you imagine or think about is necessarily a dream that's good and worth following, but your inner core basic dreams that you have for your life, I think, are put in you for a purpose, and that purpose is bigger than yourself. And so I think for that reason, it takes more than just yourself to make it happen. At the very least, it takes other people encouraging you. And so this is why I say find someone who believes in you, believes in who you are as a person, to encourage you, to help you. Uh, Sometimes that's, hey, I'm down, I'm discouraged, can you lift me up? And they'll do that. Or sometimes it's just they see naturally opportunities to encourage you, and then they do that on their own, and that's amazing. So a great way, if you don't know who in your life you can reach out to for encouragement, one type of person you can reach out to is a mentor, right? So think of something that you want to become really good at, or just want to be better at. Even doesn't have to be, you don't have to be the best at it, but I want to be better at I don't know, controlling my temper. I want to be better at listening. I want to be better at, I don't know, working out, whatever it is, right? I want to be better at tennis. Like, um, I want to be a better runner. Find someone who is already good at that you can connect with and ask them to help you mentor you. And along the way of mentoring, if they're a good mentor, there'll be lots of encouragement in there. It won't just be harsh, you know, dictatorial or military style, do this, you're dumb, stop doing that. It'll be very encouraging and it'll be a blessing to have them in your life, right? So a mentor is a good person to do that. And so there's lots of people out there, good people to be mentors are sometimes it could be someone younger than you, it could be someone your age. But a good person to be a mentor for you is someone older than you, who's experienced or been through what you've been through and come out the other side, at least in one piece, and learn some stuff, right? So they often will have other life experiences beyond just the thing that they're good at that you reached out to them for. So get to know them. Don't abuse that relationship. Meaning, give them space to do other things and be with other people and have their own life. But if you're going to have a mentor, set some healthy boundaries about that. Can we meet once a week for coffee? Can we Zoom every other week? Whatever. Whatever. Can I come see you once a month? Whatever. Like, um, create a relationship there where that's valuable to them. They want to help you, or they wouldn't agree to it, but don't be a burden to them, right? Find that happy balance of boundary with them for that. So that's amazing. And I've had some fantastic mentors in my life. One in the book, I'll probably tell some stories about some of those mentors. And I will say one note on that before I move on is your mentors are not perfect and not gods. They're fallible. They make mistakes. They sometimes screw up really bad, even after doing some really great things. So don't expect them to be perfect. Give them some grace and some room to be human, right? But they want to help. Give them a chance to help, as long as that relationship is healthy, and it serves both of you. Continue on and enjoy that and make the most of that. Another great way to find encouraging people around you, if you don't have a very strong friend group, and most men, for example, don't have a very strong friend group. They have maybe one or two close friends that they spend the most time with, or talk to the most, or whatever, right? That they consider the closest. And beyond that, most people that they know are acquaintances at best, right? Um, so, a great way to find new sources of encouragement is to create new relationships, right? And I know that's scary. That goes along with anxiety and other things too. But find something that you're like, let's say tennis, right? If you want to learn tennis, even if you're crappy at tennis, take your tennis racket and tennis ball and go down to the tennis club or the tennis court in your park or whatever, and try and make some friends that play tennis, right? Whatever it is, whatever the topic is, doesn't matter. Try to find some friends that have some things in common with you, and get to know them, and look for positive, encouraging comments and actions on their behalf. Make sure you give those to them as well. That's what being a good friend is, reciprocation. And so, make new friends, or if you have lots of friends, but they aren't good encouragers, or they're critical of you, or they don't value you, it's not only okay, it's a good thing to replace those friends with better friends. And that can take a while, especially in today's day and age, but stick with it and keep going, and make some better friends, make some new friends. All right, third, if there's absolutely no one, excuse me, who fits the bill for you, if you just can't find anybody, remote location, or whatever the reasons are, you just cannot find a mentor, you cannot find a place or an avenue to make newer, better friends, consider hiring a coach, um, someone who has skills at encouraging you, has some mindset skills, and or does mindset coaching. But find, like, worst case scenario, hire someone to encourage you, right? There's no shame in that. We hire people to help us mow our lawns. We hire people to fix things in our house. We hire people to, we hire, when as your business grows, you hire a person to help you grow the business, to support you, right? Hire a person to encourage you. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't say this because I want you to hire me to encourage you. I don't charge for encouragement, right? I do charge for coaching, but if you need encouragement and you call on me, I will encourage you. I'll do everything I can to encourage you and help you move further along your path. Um, Regular coaching, yes. Ongoing, this and that. I do charge for coaching, but that's not what I'm looking for here. I'm just saying, find a coach. Doesn't have to be me. Could be anyone. They could be terrible at whatever they are, but if they're encouraging to you and relationally and in what you're going after, that could be a great way to do it. So the fourth idea I have here is whether you find a mentor, whether you make new friends, whether you hire a coach, whatever it is, you always have the option to encourage yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, and you should encourage yourself regularly anyways, and you should become better at that as life goes on. If you're not sure how to do that, um, say positive things to yourself. And if you're not sure how to do that, if you're not comfortable doing that, excuse me, just put your phone on record as you go through a day, as you go through your normal things, and listen to what you say, right, about yourself and to yourself. If you're saying mostly negative things, you can encourage yourself by saying those things less, right? There's been studies that show it takes 10 positive comments to counteract, just to neutralize one negative comment, right? So if someone criticizes you once, says something, oh, you're so stupid, right? You're not stupid, but if they say, oh, you're so stupid, why did you do that? It takes 10 positive comments, encouraging comments, to just neutralize that one negative comment, not to even put you in a positive state. So learning how to encourage yourself is super important. It's not that hard, but if you're not used to it, or you grew up in a very critical family or community or environment, and it seems like everything you do is bad or wrong, you just can't do anything right in other people's minds, remove yourself from those people or that community, or that family situation. Get out of there. Get yourself in a place where you at least don't have that negative uh, feedback all the time, and then start to say positive things to yourself. Oh, I like this shirt I'm wearing. Oh, I like you did your hair. I like the way you did your hair today, right? Oh, your smile is such a nice smile, right? Anything. Just say anything positive about yourself. The more you say about yourself that's positive, the easier it'll become to just encourage yourself when you need to do that. You are, I said above, you are your greatest asset. Encouraging yourself is one way you invest in yourself, right? You matter. You have something of value. I love, if you're not familiar with Marissa Peer is, she's the, I think, creator of something called rapid transformational therapy. She trains therapists to help people overcome their trauma and overcome deep pain and things like this very quickly. I've been through some of her sessions, and I've been through sessions for people she's taught, and I find it very valuable, and it's something that I believe in. I don't think that you necessarily need to spend your whole life in therapy to get results. There's ways to get that done quickly and legitimately. But my point is, this is something that she says. She says, you matter, right? You are enough, right? Um, just as you are enough. You are enough. You're okay the way you are. Like, you can, yes, we can all improve. We can all be better, but you are enough as you are. If someone doesn't if someone doesn't find any value in the way you are, cut them loose, right? If they find no value in you the way you are, cut them loose. Somebody will, and somebody does. They're just waiting to meet you, right? But you matter. You have value. You have something valuable to offer the world, and the world is waiting to hear it. So, back to, my first key principle, your mindset matters because courage matters. It takes courage, as I said, to do things, and, to get out there and say what you need to say. And you may not be ready, maybe may not be baked enough yet to say it, but start to share, start to talk about it, start to share your idea of what you have to share. And as you go and finding people to encourage you, and you do that, it's going to gather more steam and more energy, and it's going to become more real, and will encourage more people, and more people encourage you because of the value that it brings to them. Um, so people want to hear what you've learned, what you know, and what you have of value to share. They're waiting to hear it. So, and what you've achieved so far, if you think about where you used to be, wherever that was, as let's say as a child to now, or as a younger adult till now, or as a when you're brand new at something to now you're okay at it, or you're pretty good, or you're really good, or you're amazing at it. You've come a long ways. Anywhere along that spectrum that you've grown as a person, you've grown as a human, you've grown even physically, you've come a long ways. And so imagine how far you can go if you keep that pace up and stay on that path with some encouragement, right? So, and sometimes all you have available is to encourage yourself. So become good at encouraging yourself. And the last point I want to make here, I want to just say is, sometimes the best way to feel better or to encourage yourself is to help someone else. And I don't mean that to say that, you realize, oh, I'm actually pretty good because they got it worse. It's not what I mean. I mean, it's just the actual act of contributing by being a blessing to someone else, by helping someone else, just the pure act of helping someone else that needs help, right? Don't force yourself on anybody, but if someone actually needs help and you can help them and you help them, you feel better because your life, at least in that moment, has more value. You've contributed, you've given, right? It's ancient wisdom text says, it's better to give than receive, right? And that's proven in that situation, right? If you find someone, help them once, or you mentor someone else, wherever you are in the spectrum, I believe, in the spectrum of the path of your life, right? You used to be terrible at something and now you're okay at it, or you used to be okay at it, now you're really good at it. You've come a ways and you're in front of, quote unquote, someone else who is not yet as good as you. So there's always someone you can mentor. There's always someone you can help and support and encourage. And even if you're not sure how to encourage another person, just say something nice to them, right? It's nice to meet you, right? I'm glad I met you. Um, I like, I like your smile. You make me feel happier to see you smile, right? Just say simple things like that. That encourages other people, and that is a way of giving, and that's a way of helping. So, um, yeah, so it lifts their spirits and it lifts your spirits. And this I just was reminded too of a story of someone I know who's struggling with their mental health right now, actually, who said to me just this past week, he said, when I don't want to I don't want to put words in his mouth, but more or less he was saying, like, I get really discouraged with um, certain people and certain situations in my career. Sometimes very discouraging. I don't know what difference I'm making. But this one, child, this person was a teacher, and he said, this one child, when I met him, I knew we were gonna butt heads, right? And I said to him, like, we're gonna butt heads, I can tell, but you've got a gift here, and I'm gonna help you nurture. I'm gonna nurture that. And they did. They butted heads, and he nurtured that kid. And when that kid graduated, he thanked personally that teacher, and that meant a huge difference to that teacher. So I thought that's amazing, right? And you do that by investing in other people, mentoring them, encouraging them, etc. Right? So um, now those are my key thoughts, or my main thoughts on encouragement for today. I do want to encourage you to find a mentor, encourage you to find, and even if you have good friends, you can find, make more good friends or better friends than you currently have. Um, Encourage you to hire a mindset coach, or a coach that is skilled at guiding you through through something to something better, um, and that you can do whether or not you have good friends, right? Um, encourage you to develop a practice of encouraging yourself. Become highly skilled at encouraging yourself. And I want to encourage you to get a mentee or to help someone else, whether it's a one-off, a regular thing, or it's like a, like big brother, big sister, or whether it's like, you help out, like you help a teacher in the classroom regularly or something, or whatever it is, right? Find someone that you can help regularly, and those are my key thoughts for today. Now I mentioned I'm going to mention an offer at the end today. So I want to do that now, and I don't want to, I don't want to overstate this. And my point here of today was to encourage you, not to sell you anything. But the offer that I do have is well, you know what? Where am I going to find that? I don't have a link handy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one up here again. So I want to encourage you. Actually, what you can do here is there's I think a 15-minute and a 30-minute free calendar appointment times in my calendar. So whether 15-minute, 30-minute, I encourage you to take 30 minutes because time goes fast. So go to the link on the screen here, calendly.com/Coach Cory. Go to that link, find the 30-minute free appointment, and book in there with me. And I want to meet you. I want to hear what you're about. I want to learn what you're up to, what you're working on, and I want to see how I can help you or encourage you. And this isn't a pitch to sell anything. I want to meet you. I want you to know people who are listening and watching to this, and I want to be able to say, hey, that's amazing. Keep going. How can I help you with that? Who can I introduce you to? I know lots and lots and lots of people. As I mentioned earlier, there's over 40 professionals in my cohort that I founded, and there's going to be more, and there's going to be lots of people I can introduce you to, and I know hundreds of people, maybe thousands, but certainly hundreds of people outside of the cohort who, for different reasons, and we won't get into that, but is either timing, well, okay, we'll get into it, either timing or conflicts or whatever, schedules or different reasons, they're not necessarily in the cohort, but doesn't mean they're not good people or not good people for me to refer you to. So if I can refer you, connect you, or encourage you, I want to do that. So go to the link here. Excuse me. Go to the link here. Book in 30 minutes with me. Tell me what you're up to. Say hi, and I'd love to encourage you and help you move forward. So that's absolutely free, and wherever you can fit into that 30-minute in my schedule, do that. And I look forward to meeting you, look forward to encouraging you, and I look forward to learning about what you're doing and seeing how I can help you. So that's it for today. I'm going to do the extra music and all that so that we get the proper recording times, don't get cut off and all that. So thank you very much. Have a good day. It's been good. And go out and encourage someone today. Encourage yourself and encourage one other person. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here. And thank you so much. All right. Have a great day. Cheers.